This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Christina St. John, and she is from Alpena County Library. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so happy to have you here today. This is your first time on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And today we want to start out talking about NASA in my library. So give me an idea what that's all about.
So NASA has given us a grant to do science programs and educational programs at our library, and they've given us a lot of materials. So we're doing a lot of programs this year. The biggest one is the Parker Solar Probe launch party on the 31st. Basically, NASA is launching a probe to the sun between July and August, and we're having a party to celebrate that. So there's going to be fun family activities. We're going to have solar telescopes set up outside so we can view the sun safely with the solar filters, and it should be a blast.
That sounds really fun, and I know last time you folks did the solar eclipse and you had the glasses and the people and lots of activity. You know, what a fun thing to do, because a lot of people wouldn't have access to that in different towns. In fact, when I talked to people about it, they didn't even really know about it, and in this town it was a big deal.
It was a lot of fun last year. We had people lined up outside.
In the museum, and
the
you
museum
folks
came.
and a lot of other people, you know, did events. So that's really makes it special, because school children and adults and people had a chance to find out what it was about and actually see it. It was pretty exciting.
And this time they're going to view the entire sun without something going over top of it. So hopefully there's a lot of solar activity going on.
Oh, I hope so too. Okay, so before that you have a bunch of events leading up to it.
Yes, we do. The first event is going to be more towards children from 5 to 12.
Okay.
Basically, they're going to bring in their stuffed animal and paper mache a NASA helmet for their stuffed animal.
Okay.
NASA sent us a green screen, it's through StarNet, but they sent us a green screen and an app where we could take pictures of people pretending they're on the moon or on Mars. So that should be a lot of fun.
Cool, so they'll get a chance to have a copy of that photo, or?
Yep, we'll send it straight to them.
Okay.
Using their email.
Any other activities?
We also have a Bill Nye the Science Guy screening. Basically, we're going to play a documentary of Bill Nye going across the globe trying to inspire science and education and learning.
And he's so educational and so funny and informative. He makes learning fun. I always say that learning disguised as fun is the easiest way to learn.
Yeah, I grew up with Bill Nye.
Yes,
he was my
favorite.
Sure.
Yes, I enjoyed him too. Okay, what else?
We also have Earth Day coming up pretty soon. It's April 21st. We're going to have a bunch of different activities. One of them is basically getting kids to filter out dirty water using household items like cotton balls or a coffee filter, and see how well they can clean this water that's been dirtied.
Oh, that'll be good. Any other activities?
For that one, we're also going to get water and oil and mix them together and show them what happens when, you know, oil spills occur in the ocean. And then we're also going to have Dawn, the soap, and we can show them how things get cleaned.
That's amazing.
Dawn. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know my granddaughter came home the other day and said, "Do you have any Dawn dishwashing detergent?" And I said, "Yeah." And she showed me how she can separate the oil from the water. It's pretty amazing. Just squirt it in and
that's what we're going to do.
Runs away.
That's awesome.
Great. Any other activities?
We also have a solar system ambassador coming in July. It's going to be before the solar probe launch party. And she is from Ann Arbor, and she's going to talk about exploring Mars.
Oh, how exciting.
So that should be a lot of fun.
So lots of fun activities coming up.
We also have activities going on for spring break, because, you know, when kids go out and they don't have anything to do, they can come to the library. We're going to have some movies being played. We're going to bring out our 3D printer and our 3D printing pens for them to enjoy. We're also going to do a fashion hacks where they're going to create a bag using old t-shirts. So that should be a lot of fun.
Okay. And there's always something going on at the library.
Yes.
Always something going on. I know that there's what they call Tech Tuesdays.
Tinker Tuesday?
Tinker Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tinker Tuesday, and you can come in and talk to Nancy if there's any device you don't know how to operate or know what to do, and she can assist you with that, like downloading things on your e-reader or any of those technological things that you don't know how to do.
Yes,
There's
she's
computer
pretty good.
classes going on. There's the Michigan History Room. There's the books on tape. There's the magazine, which is our endless magazines. And because I don't work there, I'm probably forgetting some things. Tell me some other activities at the library.
And we have a special collections going on, and they're going to do some programmings this year. Also, I want to mention from Tinker Tuesday yesterday, Nancy had her Wii set up, and kids could have played Mario Kart on the Wii, which we were doing.
I bet.
That was a lot of fun.
I bet.
But we also have the special collections, and we have summer book reading coming up, the one that we do in the summertime. We're also trying to do star parties in the summertime.
Ooh, okay.
So hopefully we can get the library's telescope, because we do have a telescope that people can check out, which is awesome. But we're going to take that out to the beach and get some viewing going on with the stars.
Well, partner with the museum for that one.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
And then we always just want to remind people just to come on in, sit down. There's newspapers, there's books, there's magazines, there's books on tape, movies. There's just about anything you want to do. The computer lab, go on in and do your job search, do whatever you need to do, your genealogical search, do it on the computers there. Come on in and enjoy the library. It's there for everyone to use.
Yes, we have a ton of resources, and a lot of the CERC and reference staff, they know how to look things up. So if you need help, we're happy to help.
It's amazing. So what are your hours this time of year?
Okay, so we are open Monday through Thursday, 9:30 until 9.
Okay.
And we're also open Friday, 9:30 to 5. Saturday, 9:30 until 5. Sundays, we're still open on Sundays. They're 1 to 5. However, in the summertime, we will be closed. So keep an eye out for that when we close up in the summertime.
And the best way to find out about anything that you and I have talked about today is to check out your website, which is?
alpenalibrary.org.
And it's a wonderful interactive website. It tells you more things than you ever knew you even wanted to know about. I never realized the resources that's on that website. Every now and then I look it up just because it's like, wow, this is amazing.
And we also have a bunch of flyers and information in the library. So if you have any questions or concerns, or if you want to see what's going on, we have those flyers, and just come on in and look it up.
And also the tax prep people are there now doing taxes, so come on in and sit and wait your turn and hopefully get your taxes figured out.
And it is through reservation, and we do have the number to call to make a reservation for taxes.
So call the library and get the number.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Christina.
Thank
nice
you.
to meet you, and congratulations on all that hard work that you're doing at the library.
Thank you. It was great to meet you.
Thank you. I'll be right back with Christine Wostulski from Besser Museum following these messages. Hi, I'm back with my last guest, Christine Wostulski from Besser Museum. Hi, Chris.
Good morning, Nancy.
Good to have you here on our monthly visit, and every month when you come in, there's more and more and more and more events that you're doing. And when you texted me the list of events, it's like, oh, I'm already tired thinking about all the work that goes into preparing for these events.
Well, we're getting ready for our field trips, and so that's always a busy time of year. And we have probably host 1,000 kids in this season, and they're coming from all over, which we just love. Boyne City, Sheboygan, Gaylord, Mackinac, just all over, and Alpena, of course. And so we get ready for that. We're making the activities around that new program that we got in our planetarium, Habitat Earth. And it's going to be featuring on kind of Earth Day. I know you were talking to the library about Earth Day coming up. So some of those themes, focusing on our sun, focusing on trees and animals, and how to keep our Earth and our planet healthy. So, yeah.
Yay. Now, so how long does a tour normally last?
So it's 2.5 hours as a normal tour, and we just send out invites or kind of a notice to the teachers. Some of our new teachers, we have regulars all the time, but we have new teachers that are calling up and wanting to come to the museum, bringing their students, let them know what the rate is per student and how much time to expect. It's about a 2.5 hour activity, and it includes the planetarium and usually the fossil park and the animals, and we do pick a theme so that the children are learning what they've learned during their school, and it really complements the curriculum that the teachers are working with all year long. So it's a lot of fun. Having kids in the museum is really one of our favorite times. We still have our great exhibits up. The Winter Blue is going great. That was our non-juried.
Yes.
33 artists from the community.
Terrific.
So that will be up through April, and then NEMAG, Northeast Michigan Artists Guild, will follow them and take the Trophy Gallery. And they always pick a theme that helps with our school groups. And this year it's perfect. Their theme is Whatever the Weather.
Ooh.
And so talking about Habitat Earth, and talking about the weather systems, and we'll talk a little bit about rain. So that art project will fit right into our curriculum and what the kids will do. It is perfect. And we still have Labadang up, and so you want to come see that in Old Alpena. And I love the response that we're getting from people when they come into the museum and they see all the old Alpena photos there. They're appreciative of having that exhibit up and just the different conversations that initiate from that.
I remember this, or my mom used to work there, or this is what it looks like now, or that's
our
pretty
community treasures our heritage. It really does. And being at the museum, we get to see that firsthand. So it's really exciting. And so we are just really appreciative of the support that we get from the community. And I was in the Community Foundation for Northeast Michigan this morning talking to Christine Hitch. We have some endowments there. And I was talking to her and coming up with a plan of, how can the museum have more financial support. People are surprised when they learn that we are not funded through federal, state, or local taxes. Right. We have to constantly pursue grants and funding through memberships, through annual appeals, through different foundations. So we're always writing for that. We don't have a steady stream, a constant stream of finances. And so I was telling her about a goal, and I actually brought it because she said, have you ever told anybody your goal? And about 6 years ago, I found this candy bar, this $1 million candy bar, and I thought, I want $1 million in our endowment at the Community Foundation. And it's possible. Over the time that I've been at the museum, we have grown that endowment to $500,000.
Amazing.
And so when I'm learning from the Community Foundation and how they work with nonprofits and how individuals can plan on legacy giving, that's an easy way to give. Save 5% in your estate or on your insurance policy, or even just donating directly to our endowment, and how endowments work, and that money is there forever, and then it builds up a revenue that we then can draw from that interest that it makes. And so it makes a world of difference to the Besser Museum to have an endowment with the Community Foundation. And they have just been such a great institution for so many nonprofits. And so that's something that is a goal, is to really grow our Besser Museum for Northeast Michigan's endowment held at the Community Foundation and hit that $1 million mark.
That would be wonderful.
Yes, so you'll be hearing more about that as I learn more about that too. So.
Okay, and obviously talking about the school tours and all these wonderful things, you have a need for more volunteers.
Always need for volunteers in all different areas of the museum. If you like working with kids, if you're a retired teacher or a wannabe teacher, makes the perfect volunteers. And would like to come and learn more about that, we have an application that you fill out and talk to you about the needs. Our garden club is going to be starting soon, hopefully in the spring, and they're always looking for volunteers. Basic exhibit building, cleaning the museum, that is always a big need. Also our log cabin days and our fall harvest festivals. We host over 600 people at those events, and so having volunteers for that. Our core volunteer group is our founders, which is the Friends of the Museum. Okay. And they are always looking for people to help them in their activities. They also help do some fundraising for the museum and host our receptions. We have some of the nicest parties when our exhibits open, and that's our Founder Society. So they can find all that information on our website, or they can come in and talk to us right at the Besser Museum. You know, we're open 7 days a week.
Yes, you are.
Yes, and our planetarium schedule, which has been so popular, is on our website too, and that is Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. We offer 2 shows, and then Saturdays we offer 5 shows, and Sunday 3 shows. So yeah, so we're really making it accessible to the community.
You are, and that's really good because before it was only available on Saturdays and
Saturdays 2 p.m.
Right,
and that was it.
That was right for years.
Yeah, and so Tad, our planetarium coordinator, just does an excellent job, and he's looking for volunteers also.
Oh, okay.
So if you have an interest in astronomy, interest in presenting to the public in the planetarium, come on down, meet Tad. He partners a lot with Tina at the library, and so we're seeing more and more science. We just have an awesome community. And
we do.
You talk to so many of our partners.
It's just amazing, and there's so much to see, so much to do in the STEM programs and the NASA programs and the astrology and the astronomy and the genealogy. There's just so much going on all the time. It's amazing.
Yes, people are choosing to relocate here, to retire here, to raise their families here because of how much this community offers in education, and through STEAM, they call it now, science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
That's right. And the A in there, that's right.
Yep, we got great programs through elementary, junior high, high school, great programs at the college, partnerships with NOAA, the library, the museum, the River Center, you know, and
Arts
then again,
Council,
Arts Council, Art in the Loft. We are just so fortunate.
We are.
Then when I think of the work that the Community Foundation for Northeast Michigan is doing to help support, you know, institutions like ours.
It's amazing.
It's just awesome.
We're out of time. I want to thank you very much for being here. I look forward to talking to you next month.
Thanks.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this morning Nancy Sayed, Dean of Student Services, Director of the Huron Shores campus, and wearer of many hats at Alpena Community College.
Thank you, Don. Thank you for having me. It's
My
good to be
pleasure.
here.
And one of the neat things that you're involved in happens this week, and it's a women's empowerment activity called LIFT.
Yes.
Could you tell the viewers a little bit about it?
Sure, I'd be happy to. You know, one of the hot button topics right now is women's issues and women's empowerment, and ACC is going to take a hold on that stance, and Student Services is going to provide a 2-hour time where all our female faculty, staff, and students can converge together. They're going to be treated royally. Okay, we have lovely decorations, wonderful. Ray Bach and Kathy of our Student Food Services is going to do wonderful, elegant hors d'oeuvres, and we are going to be listening to Brene Brown, who is a well-known author on women's issues, particularly vulnerability. And as you know, I guess, your parents raised sons, my parents raised daughters, okay? And luckily, I was taught growing up that, you know, you're not better than, but you're not less than. And then my father, we were lucky enough, my sisters and I, to have a father that respected us totally. And so it was a wonderful environment to grow up in. At ACC, you know, being Dean of Students, I work with a lot of females, and they come in my office and I hear their stories and whatnot, and I just think, oh man, we're kind of missing something here in their educational stream. And if Student Services can do something to enhance their experience at ACC, I think this is a wonderful opportunity that we need to take hold of right now and do something. You know, Student Services is very important along with the academic and instruction side of the house. And it encompasses the whole experience, and we're hoping that our female students and staff will walk away with some little nugget of some inspiration, you know, for over that 2 hours. That's the goal.
I share your view. Not all learning happens on a college campus in the classroom, and gathering people together to talk about issues that are pertinent to them. That's a key piece of student success, and I appreciate you're doing the work, and you have some fellow staffers that have helped you out. Why don't you touch base on them?
Well, it started all, we always, every year, the ACC Foundation allows us some money to take some of our female student leaders to Young Women's Strong Leaders Conference. Unfortunately, this year the conference was held over our spring break, so a lot of our female students were gone, so we couldn't do it. And so Penny Boulder of the ACC Foundation said, hey, if you want to do something here at ACC for all of our female students and staff, we can fund that for you. I thought, this is a golden opportunity. Only though, we only had a week to pull it off.
Yeah.
Okay, but I had the help of Cindy DeRocher, our student activities director, Jess Rupert, our PR technician, and Paige Trisco in the Student Services Center. And those three ladies and myself, we managed. It's going to be great. I mean, that's all I can say. Everybody dug in, you know, and had a piece of the action. And I think that our female students and staff are going to walk away and think, wow, that was cool. Let's do it again next year.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Something to be proud of, something to learn from, something to feel good about.
I hope so, yeah.
Yes, those are all really good things. You know, and next week we have Phi Theta Kappa, which you are very much involved in.
Yes, you and I are going to host our two Phi Theta Kappa Scholarship Award winners, Mary Myers, who will be part of our first graduating class of our baccalaureate degree, right? And then Garrett McHarg, his brother was a PTK Award winner last year.
Yes, he was.
So we'll be hosting them and their families down in Lansing at the Kellogg Center. And they will get their award, and I think it's rightly given. Those are two wonderful choices. Proud students. I think they represent ACC very well.
I concur, and the event is stirring because they are Phi Theta Kappa Award winners from all the other community colleges, and some of the stories that these folks have. Obstacles they've overcome or things they've endured to get to the point where they've won this award is inspirational.
It is, you know, and even throwing back to our, you know, women's empowerment, Mary Myers, you know, one of our female grads of the utility tech program. I mean, to watch her climb a 40-foot pole is pretty inspiring, I'd have to say.
It is.
So I was tickled when I heard she had won the Phi Theta Kappa Award scholarship. I thought that was very, very impressive.
Very deserving. Mary has done so many, well, she's succeeded academically in a kind of a male-dominated technical area, but she's also done many, many valuable things that kind of are behind the scenes or the glue that holds the college together. Works in the bookstore. And has been plugged in at College Park. So it was a pleasure to give her the award.
Yeah, I'm tickled for her. I really am. But unfortunately, while we're in Lansing, we're going to miss our campus mixer that Student Services is going to be putting on while we're gone. You know, that's going to be the 14th of March. And that's another Student Services function that the students, you know, just to come together, free food, music, games. That should be a fun time, and I'm sorry, you know, we can't be at two places at once, but hey, you know, that's the way it goes.
The more you do, the more you run into that. And we have about a minute left, so you know, what's going to happen at the mixer, even though we won't be able to attend?
Well, I'm hoping it will be held at Park Arena, and of course there will be lots of food, and we had, I don't know who it was, but somebody made us some cornhole boards.
The beanbag.
Beanbag thing, yeah, you know, with our little lumberjack logo on there. And they're painted burgundy, our school colors. Very impressive, and Noelle Curtis and Cindy DeRocher are kind of heading that off, and they've got a troop behind them to do everything. And what will, I guess the main thing is a lot of our student groups that we have on campus will be setting up tables and hopefully cultivating more students' interest for next year, and letting our current students know what they do, where they are. And we do have a couple new clubs, the ACC Ski Club, which is going to be headed up by Matt Bedard. That's going to be
We are going to have to talk about that next time, because that is a good topic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes,
all those
you're
things
welcome.
are wonderful, and I think they add to the success of students and what we do at Alpena Community College. So thank you very much. Thank you, folks, for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham, and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.